Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying to southwestern Colorado, to a place that feels like a city suspended in time, carved right into the cliffs. This is Mesa Verde National Park, a breathtaking landscape that holds the story of a people who built their homes in the sky. It's more than just a park. It's a window into a civilization that flourished here for over 700 years. So, grab your gear, because we are about to explore the incredible history of the Ancestral Pueblo people and their magnificent cliff dwellings. Our story begins around the year 550 AD. Long before the famous cliff dwellings were built, the first Ancestral Pueblo people arrived in the Mesa Verde region. These weren't cliff dwellers yet. They were what archaeologists call semi-nomadic, skilled hunters and gatherers. But they also began to cultivate crops like corn, beans, and squash. Their homes were simple but effective. Pit houses. Imagine a deep circular pit dug into the earth, covered with a sturdy roof of logs and mud. This gave them shelter from the harsh sun and the cold winters. They lived on the mesa tops, close to their farms and water sources. For centuries, this was their way of life. They perfected their farming techniques. Their communities grew, and their culture began to blossom, laying the foundation for the incredible architectural feats that were to come. As the centuries passed, their society evolved. Around 750 AD, a major shift happened. They began building their homes above ground. Instead of pit houses, they started constructing connected rooms made of poles and adobe mud, often arranged in a U-shape. This marked a transition to a more settled, village-based life. Their pottery became more sophisticated, with distinctive black-on-white designs. But you can still see artifacts of today. They were becoming master builders and artists. You can see this progression clearly in the park. Sites like Farview Village show these early above-ground structures. Life was centered on the community, on agriculture, and on ceremony. Deep inside their villages, they continued to build circular, subterranean rooms called kivas, which were sacred spaces for rituals, meetings, and connecting with their ancestors. This was a time of growth and stability, a golden age on the Green Mesa. Then, around the year 1190, everything changed, for reasons we're still trying to fully understand. The people of Mesa Verde began moving from their homes on the mesa tops down into the cliffs. They started building the spectacular cliff dwellings that the park is so famous for. Think about the skill and courage it took. They used the natural alcoves, sheltered overhangs in the sandstone cliffs, as their foundation. Using hand-carved sandstone blocks and a mortar of mud and water, they constructed multi-story towers, apartments, and storage rooms, all tucked securely into the rock face. It was an incredible feat of engineering and community effort. Imagine living in a place like Cliff Palace, the largest cliff dwelling in North America. It has about 150 rooms and 23 keep or balcony house, a marvel of defensive architecture that you have to climb ladders and crawl through tunnels to enter. So, why did they make this dramatic move into the cliffs? There's no single, simply answer, and experts have several theories. One of the most popular ideas is defense. Building within the cliffs offered incredible protection from potential enemies. The locations were hard to access and easy to defend. Another theory points to climate change. Around this time, the region was experiencing a series of droughts. The cliff alcoves would have offered better protection from the elements, shade from the scorching summer sun, and shelter from winter storms. Springs and seeps, sources of water, are often found at the back of these alcoves, which would have been crucial during dry periods. It was likely a combination of these factors: social pressures, defense, and adapting to a changing environment that led to this incredible architectural shift. For about 100 years, they thrived in these cliffside cities. But then, just as mysteriously as they moved into the cliffs, they left. By the year 1300, Mesa Verde was abandoned. The bustling communities, the cliffside villages, the farms on the mesa tops all fell silent. Why? Again, we look to the clues they left behind. The most compelling evidence points to a severe, prolonged drought that began in the late 1200s. Triggering data shows that the years from 1276 to 1299 were exceptionally dry. This would have led to massive crop failures and a scarcity of water and wild game. The land simply could not support the population anymore. There may have also been social and religious factors at play. Faced with environmental collapse, the Ancestral Pueblo people made a difficult choice. They gathered their belongings and migrated south and east, towards areas with more reliable water sources, like the Rio Grande Valley in New Mexico and the Hopi Mesas in Arizona. Their descendants live in these areas today, carrying on the traditions of their ancestors. For over 500 years, the cliff dwellings of Mesa Verde remained largely untouched, known only to a few Ute people who lived in the area. That all changed in the late 1800s. In December of 1888, two local ranchers, Richard Wetherill and his brother-in-law, Charlie Mason, were searching for stray cattle in the snow. From across a canyon, they spotted something incredible through the swirling snowflakes. A silent, stone city tucked into an alcove. They described it as a city of towers and walls. What they had found was Cliff Palace. Their discovery sparked a wave of interest and, unfortunately, a period of intense looting. Many early visitors took artifacts and damaged the structures. Thankfully, people like Virginia McClurg and Lucy Peabody recognized the importance of these sites and campaigned tirelessly for their protection. Their efforts paid off. In 1906, President Theodore Roosevelt signed the legislation that created Mesa Verde National Park, ensuring that these incredible remnants of the past would be preserved for all future generations. Today, Mesa Verde National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its immense cultural and historical value. It protects nearly 5,000 known archaeological sites, including 600 cliff dwellings. When you visit the park, you're not just seeing old ruins. You're walking through the home of a vibrant culture. You can feel the history in the stones and imagine the lives of the people who lived here. Modern Pueblo people, descendants of those who built these dwellings. Consider Mesa Verde, their ancestral home. The park works closely with associated tribes to ensure the stories are told respectfully and accurately. It's a living link to the past, a place that reminds us of the ingenuity, resilience, and deep spiritual connection of the Ancestral Pueblo people. Mesa Verde is a powerful reminder of how human history is intertwined with the natural world. It teaches us about adaptation, community, and the difficult choices people must make in the face of environmental change. It's a story written in stone, a silent testament to a civilization that created a world of its own within the canyons. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the history of Mesa Verde. It's a truly special place, and I hope this inspires you to learn more, or even visit one day. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more adventures into history and nature. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Mesa Verde, or what you find most fascinating about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.